gonna be a full reading vlog, full reaction with spoilers of Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. So there's spoilers, there's spoilers, there's spoilers, there's spoilers. I feel like I honestly could have picked any day to record this new intro, and I picked the one day that I'm like hungover and lost my voice. The rest of the video is slightly more normal. No clue. Cute. Interesting so far. Pretty much starts out and Ethan is sleeping in a tent. He wakes up to the sunrise and then realizes he's sleeping in a tent in his backyard and that he was with someone and now they're gone. That's what we got so far, so I guess that's the premise of the story. Stop. Okay, this level of OCD and anxiety mixed together is flawless. Throw the notebook back onto the nightstand, followed by the pen. The pen goes rolling off to the carpet. I tell myself to leave the pen until morning, that nothing will happen to it overnight. But the bad thoughts arrive quickly. What if the pen leaks? Midnight black ink staining the cream colored carpets. Valid. What if I'm attacked in the middle of the night and the only thing I can use to defend myself is an uncapped Bic? And it just sits out of reach. I get it. Like, I get it. Go pick the pen up. It can't be Billy. He's been gone for 30 years. Is his friend really about to come back after 30 years of missing from a tent in a backyard? Also, Billy, like, such a spot-on name for this. 1000% nobody is named Billy anymore. This is my favorite view. I love looking up through the trees because the trees are so tall, and then when the lights are on, oh my god. It's literally so magical. I still don't know how I live here or how I managed to hang up these string lights. I don't know if Billy is dead or alive. Okay, I'm on page 140, and it just got to the point, I think so, I fell asleep like last night when I was reading. When Ashley's dad was wandering in the woods right after he installed the camera in the woods. I know that earlier in the book, the thought was put into our heads that was, is Billy dead? And then they're like, no, Billy's dead, we just found his body. But like, did you find his body? Because we have an old man who's wandering the neighborhood swearing that Billy's around. We have, what's the main character's name? What the fuck's the main character's name? Right, Ethan. Ethan's thinking that he's seeing somebody walk around the neighborhood, what, twice now? The baseball is getting thrown into the backyard. I don't know who's throwing the baseball. And now we have Ashley introduced as a character, and I'm like, is Ashley about to trick us? Oh, we also just had the interview with the female detective who came over and was like, he was taken by somebody he knows because there was no scream, and also like he just left. So he knows the person, he trusted them, and I'm like, did Ashley like lead him into the woods to like the insane asylum in the woods? I don't even know if it's an insane asylum. I think I just made that up. To that place in the woods? Is that what's happening? I know we're still early on, but I mean, we're definitely introducing Ashley for a reason. And I just feel like it's gonna be a sketchy reason. But the baseball, nobody knew about the baseball. Also, who in the neighborhood would be a trusting person that Billy would go off with? And I'm like, maybe it's Ashley. But that seems harsh because I don't know Ashley. She's done literally nothing wrong yet. Okay, this is just leading me even more to believe that Ashley's up to something. So it's talking about a guy who got handsy with her at a party. This is like back in the day. He got so handsy she had to knee him in the balls. He's lucky it wasn't worse. Ashley's stronger than she looks. I don't know, why would you say that? I just had like a sneezing attack. Oh, now I feel like it's coming back. Okay, so on chapter 17, I'm on page 190. And now I'm at the point where the stories are mirroring each other, and the chapter before this, in chapter 16, is when all the kids, so it was Billy, Ashley, which didn't know Ashley was there for that day, going into the woods. Who else was it? Russ, and then Ragesh. I tried to look up how to say this name like 6 different times. I think it's Ragesh. And all the kids were going, and it left the chapter off saying like, well, what do they do there? What kind of research? And then Billy was like, they talk to ghosts. Do I think that they actually talk to ghosts? No. But I actually don't know where this is going at all either, though. So now chapter 17 is current day with Billy going to the Hawthorne Institute. I don't think he's gonna find anything at the Institute. Oh, maybe he'll find another baseball. That would be a good one. But like the whole ghost paranormal thing, I don't know where that's going yet. Because I feel like anytime Riley Sager takes a paranormal spin, it's always like, no, it's not actually paranormal. Like, it just, blah, blah, blah. It's not. There's a logical explanation. A serial killer. Few more chapters. I'm going to go in and start Focaccia. This is where I betrayed Billy. What is up with Johnny the summer before at the Institute and then like Johnny the next summer overdose? And I definitely think something super sketchy happened there, and it's giving me Stranger Things vibes for that situation, like 100%. Oh my god, this is so much starter. Okay, so all 3 of them got locked in the mausoleum, but Billy's the only one that was too big to sneak through the bar, so the latch got stuck, and then some guy's now yelling to get them. That's pretty much where I left it. Holy shit, this is so much fucking starter. Girly girl, you are like minimal. Okay, we're mixing it all together. Okie dokie. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Following the King Arthur recipe, I felt like it was a good place to start. Yeasty bitch. Wow, that's a lot of instant yeast too. Literally baking and reading. It's the extent of my life right now. I really need to have some additional hobbies. Is that outlet dead? It is. That's funny. Alright, oh, it's been an hour. Okay, honey. Woo! Look at her go. Alright, I just got to the part where, so Ragish gets him after he snuck into Hawthorne. He went to the basement, found a bunch of old photos and some really just like creepy stuff. So he started taking pictures of all the photos, and he found one with Johnny in it, and it's confirmed that they were doing some weird Stranger Things going on, like trying to guess the card with their mind or something. So there were some weird experiments going on there for sure. I was on the right track with that. But then, so Ragish, damn it, drops him off. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, I know I'm gonna go inside and like look at all the pictures of the photos that I took. So he's going through, and then he sees the picture of his mom. Is this the job that his mom got fired from? It had to be. I was not expecting his mom to come into play. Okay, she puffed up good. Just started sitting outside to finish up this book because we're in a heat wave and it's hot out. And we were right. The mom did work at Hawthorne Institute, and now we're just kind of getting to why she was fired. Okay, obviously with the NDA that she signed, she's gonna tell him now. I mean, he's dead. So like the story's gonna come out. Now is the time, you know, blah, blah, blah. Also on a random note, I read that butter is actually the thing that stops the focaccia from sticking. So the combination of the butter and the oil is like supposed to do the job. I don't know if that's true. Also, it says if you have this pan, like you shouldn't need to butter it, but I don't really want to play games. It was very clear, like the whole cult thing. So this is exactly the part that I'm at now. So did they actually go back and get Billy to sacrifice him? Maybe Ashley's got nothing to do with this. Maybe I was just being a bitch putting it on Ashley. I'm not gonna lie, I would kind of love it if it was. Oh my god, I love watching like the gluten peel from the bowl. How sick is that? Look at that. And then we'll cover her. Go figure out what the hell this mom is hiding. It's the neighbor? What? Nico, don't let me break this pool. Look at the focaccia, oh my god. She is acting up. She's becoming such a big girl. Is she gonna make it in here till tomorrow? Oh, why is this lighting always so terrible? Why? Look at that, we're so close. Chapter 23. Oh, is this actually figuring out what his dream is? It's a different dream, the dream 2.0. Now that we know nothing malicious happened to Billy, I'm like, maybe he just left the tent, but that wouldn't make sense either because there's a knife mark through it, so. Billy might actually be a ghost though. Like stuck in between worlds, and he's there because he has a grudge, so that's unsettling. Oh! Oh my god, I literally have chills. What? Oh my god, it's 102 degrees here today and I have actual chills. Like, the writing in the notebook, Hakuna Matata, dude. Ooh. Is Billy actually a ghost? Is he losing his mind and he's doing this in his sleep? And handwriting, that's not mine. I have to stop reading. I have to go out. I have to get ready to go out. How is that where I end? I'm not thrilled if this is Billy's mother. I feel like this is one of those situations in the book where they just pull a character out that you've never suspected, that you least suspected. We're just like, it'll be the mother. So there better be some really good stuff in the rest of this book about why his mother did it, or I'm gonna be so annoyed. I have hope, but I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Now it's not the mother. It's not the mother. Did you think it was the mother? I thought they were gonna end it with it was the mother and she had no motive or some very random motive to kill Billy, but she didn't. She just hid the knife like any good mother would do, obviously. So it wasn't Russ. I haven't finished. I'm gonna take the dough out of the fridge right now. Let her sit for 30 minutes while I finish up this book and then figure out who actually killed Billy. Like, what happened to Billy? This is like a 2-serving kind of situation right now. I'm so lost. You gotta tell me if you got it because I'm definitely not meant to be a detective. So you gotta tell me if you got it. I don't know how I'll feel if Ethan's responsible for this whole thing. I might hate it, I might love it. Who the fuck is Benji? Am I dumb? Wait, am I losing my mind right now? Wait, do we know Benji? I couldn't stop digging and now life on Hemlock Circle has been disrupted once again. I'm no longer welcome here. Baby, I'm so confused.
I know.
I literally don't know who Benji is. Someone emerges from the house that sits between them. Ashley, period. So Russ got arrested, like for the whole night thing. Jealous best friend, totally adds up. Like, is it weird? Yeah, definitely a little weird, but they're like dumb little boys. Wait, but now Ashley's kid's missing. The trail cam app. 3 new photos. Everything but nothing is going on. Ooh, there's a light on inside the tent in the backyard. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna be dead in the tent. A dark figure wearing a hood, presumably a man, parting the gash in the tent so he can push his way inside. It's Billy's brother? Wait. There's no ghost. It's Billy's brother, who of course would know about the baseball. But did his brother kill Billy? Did Billy's brother kill Billy? Here we go. Riley's tying together all the pieces. Wasn't Billy who Vance Wallace saw running through the backyard. All he said was the Behringer boy. Covered his tracks. Andy Behringer. We are talking about a 7-year-old boy though. Like a 7-year-old boy. Did he push him off the cliff into the water? How did Billy die? No. 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 Ashley just yelled that it was her. She's gotta be saying that as a cover up because her son's dangling from a very high drop. Ashley, don't need to lie to get Henry back. It's not a lie, Ethan. It was true. It was me. I killed Billy. This can't be true. This actually can't be true. Wait, that was such a wild guess. If this actually is right and I predicted Ashley from the beginning, or like middle or whatever. Why, Ashley, why? Get this, wait, I can't even jump to conclusions because so far I think that it's been like 6 different people. Why would Ashley do that? That's not where I thought it was going, but it does make sense with the emphasis on like the cut through road and like Ashley's coming of age summer. I feel like that was like the most ridiculous thing where she's like, oh, I'm sorry, Ashley says again, I've caused you all so much pain. Like, not a sincere apology. On top of the fact that she's like, I knew my life would be over and Billy's already was. And while I couldn't save him, I could still save myself. Okay, Ashley. Karma. 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 All right, we do need to get this bread in the oven. I just started to have like a mini freak out because I was like, it should have been bubbly, should have been a higher hydration. We don't know how it's gonna be. Actually, we don't know how it's actually gonna come out. Probably still would do a higher hydration next time tonight. Tomorrow morning, when I make another one. Ugh, look at all that salt. It's my first sourdough focaccia, and honestly, the worst bread is still good bread, which is why you should bake bread. Your worst loaf of bread is still gonna be 1,000 times better than anything you buy at the store. I mean, it's not sticking though, that's good. Oh my God. Okay, you know how I just said, I was like, make your own bread. It's fine, even your worst bread. This bread is not edible. I can confidently say this is the worst thing that I have ever baked. I don't know why that came out so bad. It almost tastes like rancid. I can be so hard on myself when I bake bread if it doesn't come out perfect. But like, I have never until now made something that was actually just inedible. So first for everything, total fail there. I will have my focaccia revenge. Oh my God, it's literally so funny. Taking my frustration out. Trader Joe's cat cookies. To wrap up this book though, I did actually really like the ending. The part that I really enjoyed the most was when Ethan and Henry were getting guided or pulled in the water by Billy. So the fact that there was a questionable paranormal moment makes me so happy. So it's not just like, oh, ghosts aren't real, especially with how much they were mentioned in the whole book. It just felt like the right thing to do, and then they shared this moment. And then he goes and he adopts Henry after not wanting kids, and then like calling that message to his wife where he was like, we can have kids even though she was dead. So that was just really sweet, full circle. Still don't know who the hell Benji is. Ashley, you know, got her time. She's serving her time. Poor Henry, just gonna be growing up, just like super damaged parents. And the fact that Henry found the book at the end and was super into it, like his Goosebumps books, now into the Ghost book. So that was a really subtle connection right there. I'm still actually in shock that it was Ashley. It's not like how I predicted it. I didn't think that he just kind of like got up and left. I didn't see that coming. It makes total sense. I feel like I should have seen that coming. I should have predicted, even when we found out that Russ cut through the tent, I should have predicted that he just like left, because who would actually like reach in and grab him? That doesn't make as much sense. And I think that's why I was so lost when I was reading towards the end, with just like no clue and just trying to figure out like who took him, but nobody took him. I feel very content, very happy with the ending of this book. I hope you're like freaking out too. When I said Ashley and you read this book and you're like, oh my God, it was Ashley? And I'm just pulling that out of thin air, like pulling that out of my ass in that moment. And then I felt so stupid too, because I was like, oh my God. I was like, I feel so stupid for saying it's Ashley. I was like embarrassed too. Maybe I won't even leave that in the video and just pretend I never guessed that. I can tell you that's left in now because that was epic. I do think that this is his best book. Absolutely. All of them are so good, but I do think that this is probably my favorite book that he's written now. You gotta let me know what you thought of the ending. The only reason I want to do this because I want to actually talk about books. I'm so tired of watching, you know, people just pretty much reading the sleeves of the book, where it's like, no, I want to talk about a book. You don't know really what's a spoiler to someone. Like, you don't know what's going to be the clue that like tips off what they think of the book. So that's why I'm just like, screw it. Now I'm just gonna write spoiler. We can just talk about the book in the comments, because I could definitely see someone being not happy with this ending. Definitely see someone being pissed that like he wasn't kidnapped and like he just left. Or someone being really pissed that it like Ashley just hit him with the car. I mean, I'm pumped because I guessed Ashley. So like, I feel a lot more content about that being right. I mean, what's the point of talking about books if we can't talk about books? How did I get that? And how did I mess up focaccia more than life itself? How? That's the shocker of this. Who can ruin focaccia like that? Wow.